Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This is your daily go-getterism number 630. June 24th, 2016. Tonight I want to talk to y'all about living under somebody's roof, paying bills, and following rules. Living under somebody's roof, paying bills, or following rules. You know, it's a rough thing when you have to move in with somebody after having your own spot. It's different when you moving from your mom's spot, whoever you grew up with, and moving into another spot of your own. We ain't even talking about that tonight. We're talking about when you have to make that transition from living by yourself or living in a situation where you are on the lease or you own a home or whatever, and you have to go stay with somebody for a while. It really can get sticky when you're bringing kids with you, because a lot of times that's when a lot of the problems come. Not because of the kids, but I mean just going to go stay with somebody, for a little while, maybe just until you get back on your feet. There are a whole lot of circumstances that can warrant the situation. Like maybe you move to another town, to relocate for whatever reason. Maybe you got another job and you didn't have an apartment set up because maybe you weren't making enough to be able to afford your own place yet. Or maybe it was such a new place that you didn't have enough time to scout it out, to find a place that you would like to live. And maybe you had somebody living in the area, and they put you up for a little while. But they didn't totally put you up. You paying rent. You paying bills in the house, food, utility bills, whatever. But the thing is, that's not your crib. And when it's not your crib, you have to abide by the rules that are set by the person whose crib it is. So that can make it a little bit sticky, because on one hand, many people believe that as long as you paying rent, as long as you paying bills, you can come and go as you please. You can do whatever you want. It's not always like that, because some people feel like, listen, I don't really need you to come stay with me. I'm only doing this for you as a favor. But there's certain rules that I have that govern my house, and I'm not willing to compromise those. So if you want to come stay with me, you're going to have to come correct. In other words, you have to do what I say. And there might be, some people have quirky rules that they had when you live with them. Like they might want you to take your shoes off before you come in the crib. Maybe they have like a carpet, a light colored carpet or something like that, and they don't want nobody walking on it. So it could be a pain in the ass, having to remove your shoes before you go into the crib. But those are the rules of the crib, and those are rules that you have to follow. And you already know that if you get caught with your shoes on, your boots on, or something like that, walking on that carpet, it's going to be a problem. And you might not want to hear their mouth, even though you're paying rent, even though you're paying utility bills, even though you might have some money on the cable, even though you might have been the one that bring in the big screen TV, even though you are contributing, buying your own food, making sure that you take care of your business, you still have to follow those rules. I know people who don't even want you to sit on their furniture. So imagine a common area where there's a TV, stereo, all that kind of shit, but you gotta sit on the floor or another kind of chair because they have light colored furniture or some kind of furniture that they paid a lot of money for that they don't even allow people to sit on. Y'all think I'm kidding? I'm serious. I know people who have furniture that they will not let people sit on. It's like prop furniture. It's just there for show. It ain't there for sitting. So there could be uncomfortable conditions that exist at the crib where you're staying. But what are you going to do? You need to stay there for a while. Get back on your feet. And if you have kids, that's when the problems can really kick in. Because you know how it is with small children. Small children are hyper. They rambunctious. They're not like the kids on TV where you could just sit them on the couch and rap to them, and they just absorb the situation. Little kids, they have energy. They're learning. They touch shit. They knock over shit. They spill shit. They break shit. Parents have to, replace things. Some things kids might break, might be things that can't really be replaced because they're sentimental things. It's going to be really hard to repair a rift that has been built because your 5-year-old broke a lamp that your great grandmother left to you or something like that. You know what I mean? It can get, man. I've seen it. It can get ugly. Little kids stop up toilets. They do. They have like they little G.I. Joe or army men or something like that. You know what I mean? Put it in the toilet to see if it can flush. Y'all know kids love to see if things can flush. Oh, look. I got some crayons. Let me see if they'll flush. Oh, look. I got some Hot Wheel cars. Let me see if they'll flush. Oh, look. Toilet gets stopped up. Plumber come in or landlord gets called. They have to fix that. You got to pay for that. They snake out the toilet. They find these toys in the toilet. They know that the 5-year-old, 3-year-old, whatever, put the toys in there. There's a fee that's assessed. Even though you paying bills, you gotta follow those rules. You gotta break bread, and you have to make sure that your kids are disciplined enough. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say that kids are bad. All kids are bad, because they're not. But when it all comes down to it, kids are going to get into stuff, and it's best to have a place of your own if you're going to have children. So that's how it goes down when you start talking about, sharing living space with somebody, even though on a temporary basis. Some people move back in with their parents, and it ain't like it was when they was growing up. But at least the advantage of when you move back in your parents is that you already know your parents. You know what you're working with. Your parents ain't going to change that much. You can even move, like, the beautiful thing about parents is they'll let you move back in the crib with them, most of them. Only the good parents. They'll let you move back in with them, and you got 5 kids, and they ain't got but a 3-4 bedroom crib. They ain't going to let their grandbaby. And listen, I ain't going to let my grandbabies, be out on the street, even though they mama can't get her shit together. She always getting laid up with some no good nigga, or either that or she still messing around with that stuff. But she working it out. She trying to get it together. So I think I help her. I'ma help her out. Hopefully she don't stay here too long. Last time she was here damn near a year. Now maybe this time she only be here for 3 months. She say that she give her 90 days and she be alright. Anyway. Oh my God, little Jason then stopped up the damn toilet again with them damn Hot Wheel cars. But it don't matter. I love him. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna buy my own snake and learn how to get the damn cars out of the toilet. It's real. It's real, y'all. You know what I mean? But at least that's the advantage of living with your grandparents. Now, the grandparents won't get mad at the kids no matter what, but they'll tear fire into your ass, But hey, that's how it is when you live with somebody, man. Paying rent or not. Now, I spend a little bit of time talking about tenants who are doing good. We do have some people who will move into certain cribs. They don't want to pay no bills, and they still want all of the advantages of moving into the crib and having their own shit. So they don't want to pay no. They don't really want to pay no rent, or they always late with the rent, or they short with the rent, and they don't want to buy no food. Yet they always sitting there waiting when somebody is cooking. That smell good. Now you in a prison in your own home. You only cooking at the times when they ain't home, because they eating you out of house and home. They breaking shit. They not paying for nothing. They home all day because they not working. So they running the heat or the air conditioning all day long. They running that sky high, and you don't even want to pay the bills. They ain't paying no bills. Like some people, they feel like they going to pay the rent, but they won't help out with the bills. Yet they are running up the bills. They don't even recognize that. They don't even acknowledge the fact that because it's them and their kids You know, they want to take 4 or 5 showers a day. You know somebody got to pay for that? It's a sticky situation, man. You know, it's a sticky situation. But it's a situation that many people find themselves in. You got to bite the bullet. You got to take that on the chin. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And yo, when it comes to living with somebody, if you're paying rent, you're paying utilities, you're paying for your food, you know, you're keeping your kids straight and all of that, yeah, you're going to have some privileges. Oh, almost forgot about one thing, and that's the main thing. Company. Ooh, yes, let's not forget about company. Just because you're paying bills, just because you are helping out, you know, with rent, you could be paying the entire mortgage. People get funny about the company that you got coming in and out. Because you might want to have sex in the crib. They might not be with that. You might want to have your friend, you know, your man or your woman spend the night. You got to go spend the night. But if you go spend the night, that means somebody got to watch your kids. And you leaving people to watch your kids. Now, you have effectively made them into babysitters, or even if you have your children babysitting, it don't look right, and it ain't gonna go over right. So yeah, the whole company thing. Woo-wee! I know some of y'all looking at this like, ugh, never again, never again. I know how I know how I do. The Urban Therapy with Son Spring Cleaning event is tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. If you live in the Philadelphia area, come through and get your hike on. Don't front on that. Get your hike on. Wissahickon Avenue and Rittenhouse Street, that's where we meet. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you live in the Philadelphia area, if you live in the city of Philadelphia, come through. If you live in the burbs, come through. If you live in Delaware, come through. If you live in Jersey, come through. If you live all the way to Maryland, that's Maryland, come through, because the shit is off the chain. Other than that, y'all be peace. UrbanTherapyWithSon.com and the Daily Go Getimism Show every day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.